You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days fans. It is Melinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your weekly prediction edition for the NBC streaming soap opera. As always, the predictions are based on official spoilers from the network and also recent episode activity. I'm so excited to share these with you. I've got 5 sizzling predictions. I've got one about Clyde and Xander, one about Everett, one about Teresa and Brady, one about Melinda and Sloan, another about Constantine. Yes, he is still around and he gets a prediction. I'd like to predict he's leaving town, but unfortunately, I don't think that's happening just yet. All right, if you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. And now let's dive right in. And as always, I'll tell you the prediction and then I'll tell you the spoilers it is based on so you can kind of see my thought process. Number 1, Everett Lynch, aka Bobby Stein. He's got some serious brain drain. Something is wrong in his head that needs a doctor's attention. So on Friday's episode, Jada sees him there, freaks out. She's like, that's my ex-husband, Bobby. And of course, Rafe and Stephanie have heard all about this jerk. And he's been walking around town for months. Rafe has seen him already. She just, of course, hadn't shown him that picture of her and her husband, or he would have been like, oh, I know that guy. He's the editor over at the newspaper. So he is insisting that he's not Bobby. Jada insists that he is. And then Stephanie asks her dad, Steve, to look into it. And Steve comes back with evidence. He's got a birth certificate. No, that is Robert Stein. And Stephanie doesn't want to believe it. Everett is continuing to deny this. So he is either a top-notch, very skilled charlatan who is gaslighting everybody, or something's wrong in his noggin. I think something's wrong in his noggin. I think he is going to get an appointment with Kayla Brady for a medical evaluation to see if something physically is wrong, like a tumor or an aneurysm or something. Maybe he's going to be sent to Marlena Evans too to sort out if it's a chemical imbalance, if it's a psychological condition, or an actual physical problem that can be addressed. The spoilers related to this: Monday the 19th, Jada accuses him. Thursday the 22nd, Steve proves to Stephanie that he is in fact Bobby. That same day, Jada confronts him about their life and their past and how his lies destroyed her, and she advises Stephanie to run away. All right, my second prediction, it is Clyde framing Xander, right? It's got to be. The gun in the apartment could only be put there by the shooter because ballistics matched it. Think about this, the timing of all this. Xander was out for a run. The shooting happens, the arson happens, the other shooting happens, everything happens, right? And Xander jogged home. And then he went to get in the shower, and Sarah got in the shower with him. And then they got out in the middle of getting frisky, made love, and then the cops came like right after that. So the only time that shooter could have been in there, because it had to be the same gun for ballistics to match, unless somebody is messing with the lab test, is that they had to have followed him home and snuck the gun in there while Xander was in the shower, because the police arrested him and searched the place immediately. So it's really weird. It's got to be Clyde. I don't know why Clyde's after him. I mean, at one point they escaped prison together. I cannot, for the life of me, remember enough about Clyde and Xander's shared history at Statesville Prison to know why he's doing this. I'm going to have to do a deeper dive. But the spoilers related to this: Friday the 23rd, Rafe accuses Xander of the shooting, and Sarah and Justin are there to support him, and they are all insisting Clyde is behind the attacks. All right, my third prediction is that Theresa Donovan is going to turn to Brady Black for comfort. So Theresa has decided Alex was going to propose to her because she found a ring box. I mean, that's a fair assessment when you find, a ring like that in your boyfriend's pocket, but they haven't talked about marriage at all. Marlena tried to warn her that she didn't think a proposal was coming. And then Theresa pitched a fit, weren't they, at the bistro, I think? And then she walked out on him. So I'm wondering if that ring was something of his mother's that for some reason he went to have serviced or something, or if it was maybe some kind of ring that Justin had gotten Bonnie and he asked him to pick it up and then he handed it to his dad because his dad was going to go hide it in their Valentine's Day stuff. I don't know. I'm guessing we'll find out soon. The spoilers related to this: Tuesday the 20th, Theresa decides to pack and leave Alex because he did not propose. And Thursday, the 22nd, Teresa and Brady head up to visit Tate. And I'm just wondering if Teresa is going to make a play for Brady. I mean, just out of her frustration and anger, I hope she doesn't fall off the wagon and do more drugs. I'd rather her throw herself at Brady. I just hope he has the good sense to reject her if she does, because she is toxic. And I don't think this is the end of her and Alex, but he'd kind of be a fool to keep her around. So he must be a fool. Good looking fool, though. All right, my fourth prediction. I think ex-DA Melinda Trask is going to threaten sketchy Sloan Petersen. Right now, we are seeing on days that Sloan is so over this being a mom thing. She's not finding any of it cute or interesting or even tolerable. Meanwhile, Eric Brady is so devoted. How do you not see a guy that hot sleeping behind a little baby and not just go, oh, and your ovaries explode? Instead, Sloan's like, I'm out of here. I'm going to go drink. So, she wants his time, his attention, his D. She doesn't want to play, parent house. So she's gone to meet Melinda at this bar, presumably. We didn't see her say that, but Trask is her only friend, and Trask is back this week. And we do know from Ken Corday, he gave some spoilers saying that Sloan wants to give the baby back. She just wants it all over. She wants Leo's pressuring her to stop. She wants the blackmail to stop. She wants the sleepless nights to stop. She wants to start getting more sex from her husband. But I do not think Melinda Trask is going to let Sloan take her down with her. I think she may threaten her and say, look, I'll say it was all your idea and you blackmailed me, or I didn't even know about it. So we'll see. Spoilers for this. Tuesday the 20th, Sloan complains to Trask about her marriage problems. We'll see how that goes. Our fifth and final prediction, Konstantin Meleounis is angry. His plans are going nowhere fast. He came to Salem to marry Maggie so he could steal Victor's fortune, but that's not moving very fast. The new inhabitants at the Kiriakis mansion are frustrating him. We've got Doug and Julie. We've got Chad's two kids. 5 new people in the house means less time for him to be alone with Maggie so he can run his con and try to talk her into marriage. And he's got this other pawn plan that has come up because he figured out that the pawn killed his Katerina, but I don't know if he knows where to take that either. He feels like he's going nowhere fast and he's getting very, very frustrated. And I just kind of want his storyline over. I'm not necessarily enjoying it. All right. The spoilers that tie to this: Monday, February 19th, Maggie and Constantine spend Valentine's Day together. And then I saw another spoiler saying he gets frustrated with the new people that move into the house. All right. Those are all of our day's predictions for this prediction edition. Please click subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any of our updates. As always, we are here talking Days of Our Lives 7 days a week. Definitely drop your comments and come back soon. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.